welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. And today's pick a card topic is all about September 2023 and what you can expect, what big changes are going to be coming into your life. Maybe it'll be changes in love, maybe career, but we're going to look into September 2023 for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for your presence. Be sure to drop your comment below if you are interested in winning a free tarot reading with me. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to drop your comment as well underneath any of my videos this month for your chance to win a reading. All you have to do is drop a comment, even an emoji will count, and just make sure you hit your notification bell so that if you are chosen as the winner, I can notify you and get the process started. So please pull up and get cozy. We're going to have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather around my table. So for pile number 1, we do have the Star card here with the strawberry. For pile number 2, we have the Awakening or Judgment card with the bananas. And pile number 3, we have the Page of Voices with the pineapple. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting for you today from Spirit about your journey in September 2023 and what you can expect. I'm going to jump into pile number 1, and it's all about September 2023. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the strawberry. You were also drawn to the Star card here, and this is your reading. September 2023. What can you expect for the month of September? What sort of changes are going to be coming in your life? I'm getting the impression of a harvest coming in for you. And so you may have gone through maybe a rough year or rough summer. And so now they're talking about reaping harvest. And they're talking about redirecting your focus towards something more, something sweeter. Maybe you're healing. Maybe you're focusing on yourself. Maybe you have some goals as well in September that you're going to be kind of checking off of the list, so to speak. You could be an Aquarius energy, but the star in general is just a focus on you being the star, being the focus of September in the fall as well. So let's take a look here and see what can you expect in September 2023, please. For pile number 1, all of those drawn to the strawberry. I keep hearing that song Strawberry Wine. The hot July moon saw everything. So maybe something happened in July that's really kind of setting the stage for September, or maybe it's something negative that happened that we need to now heal from. But let's see what September holds for you. We have the Fool. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Six of Pentacles coming in the reversal. We have the Lovers. What will September 2023 bring for pile number 1, please? We also have the Chariot. Oh my. Back of the deck is 10 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. I'm getting a very strong message that's coming through here for you, pile 1, because and I'm dealing with collective energy, so it's important for us to remember that not every message will resonate with you. Please take the messages that do resonate with you and leave behind the ones that do not. But there's a big contemplation about growth and the home for you for September, and this could include things like work, school, things like that. But I feel like you're in a situation where you don't have enough support. And that perhaps has been evident to you over the course of the summer, over this past year. And so it's like, it's the truth that we can't unsee in the present moment. I see you redirecting your focus. For some, I feel like you might even be moving. You might be moving homes. Part of this move might be with a partner. Part of it might be without a partner, for instance. But I feel like you could be like moving somewhere. Because you're really taking a leap of faith in September. It's like you're fulfilling something. You're going after a goal, or you're finally making the changes that are really necessary for you. And it's because whatever you're experiencing or whatever you have been experiencing is just not enough for you. You are the star of Aquarius. You are a star seed. And whatever you've been experiencing, it was something that just wasn't in alignment with you. You didn't have enough support there. Again, maybe it has to do with your career or money, because it's like you're not getting enough of something. You're not getting enough money. You're not getting enough support. And because of the thirst that you felt in that environment, whether it be at home, work, school, relationships, you're like, no, I'm moving forward now. Like, we have to make a change. And for some, I feel like that's going to create a physical movement. Like, you're going to be moving house. Yeah, you're walking away from things. You're walking up, but you're empowering yourself. It's such an optimistic thing. And they want you to know that what you're heading towards is so much bigger and so much better than what you've left behind. And this, again, has many different faces because I'm dealing with the collective energy. For some, this is a choice in regards to relationships. And again, you may be choosing to take this relationship with you in this move, or you may be leaving something behind. You're walking away from unfulfilling cycles, and you've waited long enough, Spirit says. You've held back. You've checked out emotionally from this situation a while ago, and it's going to be September where you're like, it's now's the time. It may come to an apex in September, where by the end of September, you're like, yep, I'm moving. That's it, I'm out. We have the Strength, Leo energy. We also have Gemini. Chariot is the Cancer energy. We have the Tower. This is a big, big decision for you, pile one. This is a huge thing. And huge risks bring in huge rewards. They don't want you to fear this. They don't want you to fear any upheaval that you could create by making these moves. This is necessary for you to move into an abundant timeline. They are talking about everything settling down. Even if other people are involved, everything will be okay. And you're going like vulnerably. It's like, even if your legs are shaking, you're still moving forward. Like, even if you're afraid, that's what you're gaining mastery over right this moment, is your fear. It's like maybe you're not afraid to be alone. Maybe you're afraid to hurt other people. Maybe you're afraid to disappoint people. But the truth is that the worst thing in the world is jumping through the hoops of other people's expectations as to not disappoint them, and feeling that disappointment raining down upon yourself. Here is the Six of Swords, and there's the Page of Pentacles. For some of you, this move will perhaps take you to an entirely different city, maybe even a different country for some, because we're talking about travel that could even go across the water. So they're showing somebody who could be traveling like literally to a new country or across the water in some way. Some of you are moving because you have a new opportunity in work too. And this is going to pay off for you big time. I feel like a lot of upgrades in the financial realm are coming in for you because of September's momentum. So it may not all come flowing in at the exact same time by September, but you are getting the wheels in motion. And it's because you're brave enough to face these Tower moments. Now, change is the only constant that we can really depend upon in this lifetime, but your guides are like green lighting this change. They're saying this is made for you. And it's a difficult decision, I feel like, as well. But you're redirecting your focus towards what will fill you up with joy and abundance and an abundant mindset. So regardless of what you are deciding to leave behind, or who you're deciding to bring with you or deciding to leave behind, Spirit says this momentum is made for you, and you have big things coming because of it. Your vulnerability will pay off, and you've been holding yourself back for too long. If you continue to stay in the environment that you are being triggered by at the beginning of September, you are only going to exacerbate your own thirst, Spirit says. We have here, you're going to have to adapt to some of the changes that are happening, but the good news is that you're incredibly intelligent. You're incredibly smart. You're able to rise above some of the emotion that this will create. And if you don't feel like you're capable, Spirit's here to give you that badge and say you absolutely are capable. The Lovers is coming before the Chariot. The discerning focus is coming before the emotion. And you can expect an emotional journey. Again, not just a physical journey, but an emotional journey here. But the good news is that you're already a healer. And you're going to be applying that healing aspect to yourself for maybe the very first time. And this Fox says that you have the ability to navigate through this situation easily through your adaptation. You could definitely be an Aquarius or an air sign. And that's why you can trust in your good decisions, because you are thoughtful and you're able to look at things from every single angle. The situation is calling for adaptability and innovation. And look beyond the immediate appearances to see the discernible truth. The links, discernment. You are trusting in your good discernment. You're trusting in your authority to be able to lead you forward here. And because of that, get ready for huge changes. It doesn't mean that it's not going to test your strength or your fear cycle, but the truth is that you're capable, and this path is made for you. Big things for you, pile one. This is going to kind of catapult you into brand new timelines where you might be questioning anything that's unaligned. You may be questioning everything that's not in alignment with you right now. People, places, things. This is going to start a new romantic cycle for you. So if you are one of the collective that is dealing with changes in your romantic cycles, This is communicating to the universe, I'm ready for a new one. I'm walking away from what isn't fulfilling me. I'm empowering myself in order to do so that I'm communicating to the universe that I'm ready for that new start. We have here, confidence is your key to success. Leo energy, new moon in Leo. You could be a Leo energy. And this is exactly why all of this is necessary. It says you're good enough. You're good enough, you're capable for anything that your heart can conjure up. And if you're in an environment, no matter what that environment encompasses, love, money, goals, career, if you are questioning that, then you are moving in September into an arena that highlights that truth about your worth, your value. Emotions are running high, and I just saw bring love into the situation. Making sure you're flooding yourself with self-care during this transition during September is very, very important for you, Pile 1. What will September bring, please, for pile number 1? A clearance of chakras. The stingray. Will it sting a little bit to be able to transition into new pathways? It very well might sting a little bit. But we have to crack a few eggs to make an omelet, Spirit says. We have to make a little bit of a mess in order to clear out the closet. In order to go with the flow, and you've been waiting. The tarantula is coming in the reverse because Spirit says we've been waiting too long. You've been holding yourself back for too long and feeling a little bit of resentment growing in that environment. And that resentment is just causing you harm. It's causing you stagnation. And so Spirit says we're done with waiting. You've been toiling unappreciated, not supported. And now we're here to show you the full spectrum of your value. And again, it's not going to come in completely full force in September. I feel by the tail end of September is when you're going to make that launch happen. But I feel like you're in prep mode right this moment. Beautiful, beautiful. Lots of abundance waiting for you on the other side of this transition. They just want to let you know that. It says, ego fears the sudden danger of change, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So not only are you moving into new timelines, you're meeting new people, you're initiating new love cycles. This is going to open up a whole new world. Begin where you are. Do not fear what travel is bringing you. The moment is yours. Begin now here. And again, a high emphasis on movement and travel, perhaps physically moving as well by the end of September. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. Messages for September for pile number 1 in the bowl. The Magician, the Six of Swords, the Moon. There is so much more to be revealed to you in your human experience. There's so much more waiting for you, pile 1. And all of the energy that you have right now is being wasted in your environment. It's like scattered around. It's being wasted. And it's like we're waiting perhaps for solutions here, when your higher self is like, we may need to be the solution here. We may need to communicate that we are the solution by transitioning in a place where we're not getting any of the closure and support that we're looking for. I just feel like a sense of independence surrounding you, and that was forced upon you. And I feel like you shouldn't have to be independent, but that was kind of what's forced upon you. We have B and G and Q. We have here the Eight of Wands, air travel. Somebody's getting on an airplane perhaps as well. A lot of momentum that you're finally giving into and finding your empowerment by facing your fear of loss. We have here, you are my sunshine, Leo energy, looking at things from a higher perspective. And there's the shamanic feather. We're moving into healing. We're also perhaps combating old addictive forces or old, because with the syringe, I always think of addiction and I think about codependent energy. So we may be breaking some codependencies by the end of September as well. Pisces energy coming forward as well. All right, pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you. I would love to have you drop a comment below for your chance to win a free reading. Even if you have to come back after September to drop it, I would love to hear how your September went. Your guides are giving you some advice through this reading today, but they are going to walk with you no matter what path you choose to take in September. You can check out my links below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, but I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the bananas and to the awakening card, and this is your reading. What can you expect in September 2023, what sort of changes are coming in for you? With the bananas, you might expect some shifts and changes in your finances to come in. So we're going to take a look at that. But the awakening is all about judgment and about judging ourselves, judging our position, and trying to come to solutions so we can make things better. So we may have some issues that come in with finances where we have to make some adjustments. Maybe we have a windfall that comes in and we have to really decide what we're going to do with it. So let's take a look here and see what you can expect in the month of September 2023, please, for pile number 2. We have the Knight of Cups coming in. The Knight of Wands. The Two of Wands. We have the Four of Cups. I feel like you have some type of offer that's coming in for September, and I feel like it could be some type of romantic offer. I also feel like for someone, you're being offered a chance at something and you want to take advantage of it, but you feel like you're not capable, or maybe you don't have enough coin to make it happen. It's like you're being offered something. You're being offered a trip, or you're being offered to go with someone somewhere, and you're like, well, I don't have the money to do this, or I'm not capable of doing this. But I feel like the offer comes in at the very beginning of September, and maybe the opportunity that's being presented to you in that moment may not be coming till the end of September. So you may have time to make adjustments, which is where Spirit's talking about the awakening. We have Strength coming in as well. For others, I do feel September might be a really powerful season of change for you when it comes to your romantic cycles. You could have a really strong attraction that pops in. It could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, emphasis on Leo, coming forward here. Because even look at the way that the lion is panting. It reminds me of those old cartoons where the tongue rolls out across the floor when we see something that we like. We have the King of Swords and we have the Emperor. So I have a couple of different messages that are coming in for September 2023. I do feel like a new romantic cycle is upon us. We're going to start flirting with other people, or we're going to start to really explore some of the options that we have in love, perhaps. But there's also this feeling of resisting change or being afraid of the change that's coming in too. It's like a fear of loss, maybe associated with those bananas. Maybe it's not financial energy, but a fear of loss associated with them. Because there's this, it's like it's testing our strength to power through, to take a leap of faith. I just saw the Fool in the back of this deck. Very strong emphasis on Aries as well. And I feel like the person, if there's a person coming forward with like some attraction or an offer for you, this person's very vocal about it. Like they're being vulnerable enough to bring forward the opportunity. And I think it's hard for them to do that. They don't present themselves as someone who feels challenged by that, but I think it's really hard for them to do it. So you're not the only one feeling fearful. My goodness, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. You have an offer, an opportunity that Spirit really wants you to take advantage of in September of 2023. But you're going to hesitate for some reason. And Spirit's really encouraging you not to hesitate. They're really encouraging you to take that leap of faith in this offer. It does feel like it's related to an emotional offer. For some, this could come in the form of some type of financial offer or job-related offer. That's not the overarching theme here. It feels like a new emotional start. But it feels like it's coming in a time where you're like, I don't feel ready. I don't feel ready because I don't know what's coming after the offer. It's like, I don't trust it. I don't feel ready. And that's not coming from this person's energy. I feel like it's coming from a place inside of you, which is why you're being asked to participate in this awakening. Because as soon as I saw this beautiful card, I heard Queen, like just stating your sovereignty through this situation. And maybe you've been hurt. Maybe you don't feel ready to be out in the world again. But oftentimes opportunity will present when we're not 100% ready, but when it's ready for us, when it's meant for us. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Spirit does feel like you might tire kick a little bit to reflect upon what has happened in your past and compare it to this offer. But this offer is being presented as an opportunity to clear out the past, to clear out the clutter. They are emphasizing the internet as playing a big role here for you in September. So this could be where this gets ignited. You guys might be online. Maybe you're on a dating site or something. There's going to be a lot of communication and flirtation back and forth for perhaps the duration of September. For some, this offer might come in before September. It might be coming in at the tail end of August. This could be a continuation of the flirtation that's already been established. And I feel like there's an offer coming in about some type of reunion or some type of gathering with this person or this opportunity. So they could be asking you out on a physical date. And I feel like you might delay in actually forming the date or getting together with this person. And it has nothing to do with the attraction, because I feel like you're very, very attracted to this person. It's like water and fire. It's like steamy, steamy energy between the two of you. You may even be communicating in that way online. But it's this fear of change. It's because I just heard, now I have a little child and they have a book called The Pout Pout Fish. And in that book, she says, I'm a pout pout, or he says, I'm a pout pout fish with a pout pout face. And I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. And in that book, all of the fishes are trying to get them to think positively. And he's like, I can't help it. It's just the way that I am. And so there's this feeling about the past influencing the perceptions of this opportunity. So they're warning you about this just so that you can hold on to strength if you feel called to leap into the opportunity. That's why they're starting with the awakening for you, because they want you to understand that this is your decision to enter into this opportunity or not, but that there could be a lot more abundance waiting for you, because this could be an opportunity for you to clear out some of the imbalance. And they just said A-okay, like everything's going to be A-okay. We have the Two of Swords, and you can see she's sitting on a cube and she's got her face away from the water. She's trying to guard her heart and protect her heart by keeping the blinders on, of like refusing to see the good opportunity, crossing her arms, refusing to see the opportunity. And Spirit says that this offer might be temporary, like we're not going to have the offer waving in front of our face forever. So September is a critical time of awakening for you. There could be a lot of momentum with this person beyond September. Their focus is on September right now and all of the abundance that could come in for you because of actions you take there. But they're saying it's an opportunity to call back your energy, to manifest not just new beginnings, but strength at the same time. Here is the Four of Swords and there's the Five of Swords. I feel like you've been heartbroken in the past. I feel like you've been heartbroken in the past, and that has created a bit of a mental prison for us. But instead, Spirit says, let's contemplate the possibility of abundance. Let's contemplate the possibility that if we allow ourselves to take that leap of faith into this new opportunity, into this new emotional start, then maybe I'll have victory waiting for me. In the very least, I'll have abundance waiting for me, new relationships forming for you because of everything you implement in September. So this relationship might not fully realize or fully come into fruition until October, but September is definitely setting the stage for you, Pal 1 or Pal 2. Advice, please, for September 2023 for pile number 2. It says here, you know where you're going and you're going to get there. Determination. And there's this transformation that I feel like you've gone through, because the salmon will physically change. The salmon will morph into something completely different by the time it moves upstream to spawn. But they want you to trust in your intuition to guide you instead of your helplessness or any energies from the ego, because you know your soul knows how to get to where it needs to go. You know who you really are, illusion, dragonfly. And this is in reference of you changing directions or changing your opinion, changing your outlook to something more positive. It says here, retreat, stop trying to make something happen. There's an emphasis, I can't even say it, on surrendering to the opportunity, surrendering to what's about to be revealed to you, even if it's fear, surrendering that fear, offering it up to your angels so that you can experience more abundance in your present moment and new beginnings. We have here, it says here, nothing will come of this situation, void course of moon. And this card always comes out for me as a warning because of the apathetic approach we may apply to this opportunity. They say that we are in control. We're at the helm of all of the elements on that table. We will have to tap into strength in order to really launch ourselves into this new beginning. So we are at the helm of deciding whether or not something will come out of this situation. It's time to release any negativity. Full moon in Scorpio, facing our fears, and really putting ourselves out there, it feels like. Don't let pride, or don't let your past, hold you back. And it does feel like past energy that we are trying to redirect our focus from. Time to hold your vision in a more positive aspect. If we hold our vision in a negative aspect, then perhaps nothing will come of the situation. But if we don't let our past hold us back, then we have so much more abundance waiting for us. Advice for 2023 September for pile number 2, please. What to expect. A moment's joy. Sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. And they want you to embrace this new abundance. They want you to embrace the positive aspects that are coming in, even if you're a little bit fearful. It's like we're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And Spirit says they don't think the shoe is going to drop. We have here hummingbird song. They want us to shift our focus back to joy. And joy it brings, the hummingbird's healing as medicine it sings. And a stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So they sometimes tell us to be wary of strangers when we're little. But in this case, your guides are like, you have a stranger coming in. You have a new person that is going to push you out of your comfort zone. And that's exactly what you need in your life at this time in order to be a part of that beautiful awakening. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. The 6 of Wands, victory. That's what they're assuring you. They're trying to give you sort of a peek into the Christmas present, a peek into the closet to let you know exactly what's waiting for you. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands reversed. Now, the Queen of Cups is sideways in this state of limbo because your heart space doesn't feel prepared yet. You don't feel ready. Maybe you're still holding space for something else. Maybe your heart is still in pain in some way. You don't feel ready for the momentum, but Spirit says the momentum is ready for you. This person comes forward with a lot of confidence, but it feels feigned. It could definitely be a Leo energy. It's like they're faking it until they make it. It's like they're trying to put their best foot forward in front of you so that you really like them. We have O and S and U and N. We have in. And we have A. We also have the group of grapes. It's like having fun, going out, hanging out with people, intoxication. We have a little girl in the bowl too, so we could be dealing with someone with children, or you could have a child. This could also be relative to pain from our inner child, and healing Aquarius energy with the star. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If you would like to be entered in for a chance to win a free reading with me, be sure to drop your comment. Even if you have to come back after September to drop it, I would love to hear your story. You can also check out my link for Etsy below as well for a personal reading. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the pineapple, and you were drawn to the Page of Swords, and this is your reading. What can you expect in September 2023? What major changes are going to happen for you? I'm getting a very strong educational energy coming through. As soon as I pulled this card to use today, I was hearing school, school, school. So somebody might be going back to school. And I'm referencing or emphasizing going back because I feel like this is not your first year perhaps, and you're going to be reunited with a lot of different people. I also feel like with the pineapple, there's also a sort of a physical surge or a sexual surge that I feel here too. So there could be some like learning curves and some new explorations that you're going to be taking this year as well beyond September. But in September, you may be heading back to school. They're also asking you to keep your eye on the horizon for reunions perhaps too. So let's see what Spirit is saying about September 2023, please, for pile number 3. What can they expect in September 2023, please? I'm going to use the Anatomy Tarot for you to begin. We have the 3 of Pentacles. You are like working on your manifestations. You're working on yourself. You're working on your goals. September can be a huge part of that. It's building upon foundations you've already began. Because it's not, you're not just a manifester, you're doing it. Like, you're not just dreaming about it, you're doing things. We have here the 7 of coins. We also have the 4 of swords. And I feel like for someone, you're not even halfway done school. So you may be doing a 4-year program, for instance. You might be just going into your 2nd year. And that's kind of like, it's like looking at it from this perspective, starting in September, looking at how far you have to go can sometimes be daunting and be looming over us. Like there's an emphasis on some impatience. But also that we're building, you know, you're building something for yourself. You're building towards upgrades, and maybe those upgrades haven't come in yet. So there's an emphasis on like spending money and things like that. So the upgrades haven't come in yet, but there's still such a beautiful foundation that you're creating for yourself. What will happen in September 2023, please, for pile number 3? We have the 6 of Wands. We have here the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the 8 of Coins. Back of the deck, we do have the King of Swords. And we have the 3 of Cups. I love that. You're going to be reunited with a lot of friend energy as well. But it's going to be sort of a mixed energy. It's like some of your friends, I feel like, are going to shift perhaps into love options for you. Or at least one of your friends that's a part of a friend group is going to turn into some type of love option. You're going to see them in a whole new light. It's like this person has really changed over the course of the summer. It's like you're going to see somebody in a whole new light. And they're really emphasizing that for you. You're also in the process of becoming this King of Swords, whether you're the Divine Feminine or the Divine Masculine. You are in the process of evolution. You're starting as the student, but you will become the master. So don't fear what sort of challenges are lying ahead. Victory is already yours. Here in the present moment, there's an emphasis here on victory, and I keep hearing hole in one. It's like you want to get through with schooling or education as quickly as possible. So you may be doubling up on some type of course or some courses or something this year. You may have a heavy workload that you can expect to get ignited in September. We have the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We have the 3 of Wands here coming in the reverse. The 5 of Pentacles. I also feel like September is going to be a very expensive month for you. And that's why they want you to keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on abundance. Keep your eye on success. Because I feel like you're going to be spending a lot of money, and maybe because you're preparing for that launch, you're preparing for school, you're preparing for new beginnings. We have the Tower coming out. And there's like a big epiphany, or there's a big change that's coming in for you. I feel like there's like almost like a catapult of energy of changes that's coming in for you. There's going to be somebody that comes forward, again, maybe somebody within your friend group that's going to surprise you. That's going to surprise you with their feelings, surprise you with their emotion towards you. Because it's like there's this mixed bag between school, emotional opportunities, and then they're even talking about work opportunities that could come in before the end of September. So you may start the beginning of September with a lot of expectations towards your regular friend group, towards what is waiting for you in September. And I feel like there's a lot of changes coming in for you that you're not anticipating. Like there's this emphasis on learning new information from someone in your friend group about how they feel about you. So there could be new love options opening up for you in September. I also feel like there could be at the tail end of September an opportunity perhaps on campus that might show up that you may apply for. And you're going to like try to apply for a job of some kind. It may be because you have this lack of coin that makes you prompts you to apply for a new job. Because I feel at the end of September, you're going to be, there's like an offer that comes in, or there's a work opportunity for you. But I also feel like there is there's like some proclamations that are coming. It's like you're jumping to conclusions when it comes to certain people's positions or feelings about you, but there's a lot more jealousy and comparison surrounding you than you actually realize. I also feel like you sometimes compare yourself to other people, or maybe you're very focused on competitions when it comes to grades, marks, you know, all sorts of things that may trigger you as well beginning in September. There's a message coming through about a person, however, that has delayed in expressing themselves to you fully because of fear. And I keep hearing that song by Beyonce, Let Me Upgrade You. So perhaps you're being upgraded here to something else. You could be upgrading in your job. Lots of different changes coming in for you. Let me get that other deck to start here. Can you tell me more about this Tower energy, please, for pile number 3? What to expect in September 2023. I also feel I'm getting this message about having support systems at home. So your family might be supporting you in a financial sense, but that might be coming to a close, or they are really starting to slow down that support. And that could be where you get a little bit forced into having to look for job opportunities. But this is going to help you gain mastery over so many different areas of your life. It's a really positive thing, this position that's coming in for you. And we 7 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles. I love that. We also have the Ace of Pentacles with the Hermit and the Knight of Swords. So they don't want you to jump to conclusions about what's waiting for you in September, because I feel like what's waiting for you is going to be completely different than what you expect. Maybe you have this expectation that this year is going to go exactly the same as last year, and that's not the case at all. They want you to know that this permanent change that's coming in is a part of the process, and that you're on a beautiful trajectory towards abundance. Like, you are not done yet. The 7 of Pentacles is you planting seeds and then working on those growing conditions so that you can get to this position. So the 9 of Pentacles is a huge position of abundance. It's somebody who has made it to where they want to go. It's they've set the course. They had their focus. Maybe there have been some frustrating delays. Maybe there's been some travel issues or some abundance issues. But because of your momentum and the force, you have permanent change coming in. And this permanent change is signaling to the universe to open up opportunities in many different areas of your life. I feel like you're going to be, again, lots of reunions with friends coming in. But within one of these cards, it says love potion. So there's also something that's brewing in the emotional department, coming perhaps from a divine masculine energy who is a fire element. I feel like, again, there's this competition that you feel, perhaps regarding grades or things like that. But Spirit's here to remind you that you're in competition with no one. Speak less and listen more with empathy. And Dragonfly illusion, you know who you really are. Don't let any limiting factors, frustrating delays, any surprises that come in, don't let comparisons or jealousies get in the way. You know who you truly are. Whenever you feel yourself sinking into any type of old crutch or old way of thinking that anchors you in a perspective that's negative, Spirit says shift your focus to one of abundance, because that's what they're promising you. And they want you to listen more to the notes of intuition. And they want you to be careful about what you say about yourself. You may be very cutting when it comes to judging yourself. Like, you may be really hard on yourself. It's like my daughter, she gets amazing grades, but if she doesn't get 98, she's like freaking out about things. It's not necessary. All paths lead home. We have lighten up. Don't take things too seriously. It's like you may be somebody who takes everything very seriously. You have your eye on the prize, you have your goals, and you're not very easy on yourself. Sometimes you may express that inaccessible ability to be nice to yourself. You might apply that sometimes to other people, and those expectations may be hard for other people to match. But you're in the process of owning your power on the back of the deck. And you are literally speaking and communicating your world into being. What will September 2023 bring, please, for pile number 3? Whoops. A fiery climax approaches, and luck is actually on your side. Good luck is on your side. So even when you feel held back, even when you feel frustrated, it's like everything turns to gravy for you. Everything turns to gravy for you. And I feel like there's such a huge momentum towards more abundance for you. And every time you face a fear, it's like there's just more opportunity that just shows up and shows up and shows up at all of the perfect moments in time. So it's like when you really want a job or need a job, the opportunity presents itself. They're also talking about a fiery climax that approaches perhaps with a divine masculine energy. And there's been delays there. So maybe there was flirtation last year. This September, it's like we're really amping up the process. It could create permanent change with this relationship too, could create permanent change for you. A time for healing. Back of the deck says the answers that you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Especially, they're talking about those in reference to the delays that you've experienced with this masculine energy. If you've been uncertain or insecure about somebody's feelings, those are the answers that are coming in for you, which could create epiphanies for you and change everything about how you view that person, how you view the momentum of that relationship as well. So lots of different things happening for you, Pile 3. Could be going to school. This could also be shifts in the work realm. If you're not going to school, that may not resonate with you. This could also be shifts in the work realm. But this is a very strong emphasis on schooling. We have here change beckons. The path is shifting and leading a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today, because you're now tapping into your inner power. By your own command, you have brought yourself here, and at this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. It's like you've brought yourself here, and there's this beautiful momentum. You're in the process of this Knight of Swords. You're the page, perhaps. You're moving into the knighthood, and then you're moving into the King of Swords. It's like there's a beautiful process being aligned up in front of us, and September is a part of that momentum as well. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Advice for September 2023 for pile 3 in the bowl, please. We have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Hermit. Now, there is a little bit of an emotional insecurity that I'm feeling. Sometimes the Queen of Cups reverse can be like emotional manipulation. It's like if there's been a flirtation in your past and you know that how you feel and you know how they feel, but maybe you're not being vulnerable enough or being vocal enough or being honest enough about it. They say that this could come into play in September when it comes to offers that come in. So they want you to contemplate your position with this person on your mind. You may know who this person is already. You may have an inclination of who this flirtation energy from last year was. And so if you do, they want you to kind of prepare your next step if you're interested or not, so that you don't use your uncertainty in your own heart space and your own uncertainty about yourself and apply it to this person in a form of emotional manipulation when the offer comes in. But I keep hearing that song, Quit Playing Games with My Heart. I keep hearing the Backstreet Boys, Quit Playing Games with My Heart. Okay, we have the starfish here, the big, beautiful starfish. That's you, Aquarius energy. You could be an air sign for sure. And you're moving into something so beautiful. You're empowering yourself by your own actions, by your own will. You're empowering yourself, which is so beautiful. We have the 9 of Wands. We also have the 10 of Swords here and the phone off the hook. They're talking about letting go of our expectations. Something that's been holding back. It's like we've been holding back from someone. Maybe we haven't been calling people over the summer. Maybe somebody else has been holding back and it's created a frustration or a helplessness within us. And Spirit says don't be concerned about that because our expectations won't be matched. All right, pile number 3. That's what I have for you today. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link below for Etsy for a personal reading. But I hope that you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.